morning, guys. It's about 5:50 a.m. and I am in desperate need of a coffee, so I just stopped. We're gonna grab one real quick and then we are gonna head to our fishing spot for the day. All right, coffee is acquired. I'm really excited today because this lake we're going to is full of catfish, which is awesome, but it's actually stocked with rainbow trout as well. And I've seen some pretty decent sized ones that people have caught there. So I'm hoping to catch a few rainbow trout today as well, because I have not caught a trout in a long time. So yeah, that'll be pretty sweet if we can hook up on a couple trout as well. So let's get going. I'm so tired.
So we made it to the lake, and it's really nice actually. It's more like a pond, but they call it a lake, that's fine. I'm not exactly sure if they recently stocked this one with trout or not, but I'm hoping they did. If not, maybe we'll get lucky and catch a couple holdovers. Like I said, there are catfish here as well, which we're gonna go for. So the plan is right now, I have a frozen bluegill, which I'm gonna chunk up, cast out with my catfish rod, let that sit. And while that's sitting, I'm going to rig up one of my other rods with a really small circle hook, some power bait, and then I have a slip sinker with about 2-foot leader to the circle hook, and then the slip sinker and the barrel swivel, so that when you cast it out, the weight sits on the bottom, the power bait floats up just about 2 feet above the bottom, and hopefully one of those trout in this little pond lake thing swims by and picks it up. And then on my third rod, I have a Panther Martin spinner, which I'm just gonna toss around and see if we can get lucky with. All right, so we are using just original send power bait. I don't have the dough, I have the pre-made balls, nuggets, whatever you wanna call them. Look like that. And I take about 2 of them, and I kinda knead them together. All right, so once you have your dough ball, you kind of just put the hook into the bottom, and it might break apart a little bit, that's fine. And what you do is you kind of mold the dough around the hook. You want to cover any form and sight of tackle, because trout have really good eyesight and they will get spooked and not bite if they see that there's a hook or anything like that. Kind of make it look similar enough to the pellets they would eat in the hatchery, because these are stock trout. And yeah, you kind of get like a teardrop shaped, which is fine. It's not perfect by any means, but that's what I got going on right now. The hook's inside of that. All right, so for catfish bait, I brought frozen bluegill from the last time, and I'm gonna chunk this up real quick. I'm actually gonna toss out the tail section first, just like so, and we'll cast that out there, and we'll start messing around with the spinner and see if we can catch something. So while I'm waiting, I am also going to try and catch some bluegill in case we need some fresh bait, but this water's pretty low. All right, there we go. I got it. It's not that bad. Let's try and catch a couple bluegill. I'm gonna actually walk over here and cast by this vegetation for some bluegill, see if I can get luckier. There we go, something's picking it now. Oh, I missed him, you guys. messing with my catfish bait. No, that one's not mine. All my stuff's right over there. Thank you, though. All right, guys, that's our first fish. That is perfect size for live bait. Put him in the well. There we go, you guys. Oh my God, these are absolutely perfect for live bait size. And I'm barely hooking them too. I don't know how I'm getting them, but that's cool with me. There we go. All right, you guys. He's just eating the worm. He's not even on the hook at all. That is ridiculous. Look at this. Oh my God, look at this. If he stays on. He is not on the hook at all. He was just sucking on that worm. All right, we got some live bait. Might be a fish or it's just a snag. Yeah, it's just a bunch of weeds. Or a piece of garbage. Nice, even better. Okay. Nice piece of garbage, you guys. First catch of the day. Big piece of plastic. That's what I'm talking about. I got one. I think I got one. I think we got a trout, you guys. I think I might have got my first trout. I think so. All right, we are on the board. Oh, he's fighting good. Oh, look at that bay. Look at that boy. Nice little trout. That is a nice trout. Thank you very much. I've been out here since like 6:30. All right.
It's a rainbow.
It is a nice rainbow, actually. And he's hooked pretty deep, so I'm gonna end up keeping him. Alrighty, you guys. Look at this rainbow we just caught. That is an absolutely gorgeous rainbow trout. And like I said, I hooked him kind of deep, so we are going to keep him and cook him up later on. Okay guys, so we are headed home now. I've got a few things I've got to take care of. I'm hoping they don't take too long because I would love to get out and catch a few more fish today. If it does take a little longer than expected, that's totally cool because I had a great time fishing here. Caught that beautiful rainbow trout, and I am super excited about that because I have not caught a trout in a very long time. So we are back at the house. We're gonna do a little lunch break right now and cook up that rainbow trout we caught earlier this morning. So trout are actually one of the easier fish to clean and prepare for cooking. Hopefully I can show you that without messing up because honestly it is very straightforward. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right in and show you guys how to do it. So you don't actually need a fillet knife. Any kind of chef knife will work. We're going to take our trout, and honestly when the trout is less than like 20-25 inches long, you do not have to scale it. The scales are so small on a trout, you really don't have to worry about it at all. You can if you want, but they are edible when they are a smaller size like this. This guy is about 15 inches long.
So to clean a trout, the simplest thing to do is actually, with your knife, go in from the bottom, just a really thin incision all the way up to the head. You don't want to go too deep and risk puncturing any of those organs. So super thin, just through the skin, up to the neck. And then what I do usually, so I'll just cut right down the head, about halfway through. And then once you have a decent enough grip, you just pull, and all the guts come out in one piece, just like that. And then you can throw that in the trash. And then when you open your trout up inside, you'll notice there is a bloodline. I'm pretty sure that is either their kidney or their liver, but you do want to clean that out because that does give it a little bit of a fishy taste. So the easiest thing to do is just take your thumb and just press, just like that, and just run your thumb along that inside, and you'll get almost all of it out. All right, so once your station is clean and your trout is cleaned out, and that is ready to go. Thankfully, the pan I have that I'm going to be using is big enough to fit this whole thing. If it's not, just cut it in half and throw both halves in, or one at a time, whatever you want to do. I cook this whole. You can fillet the trout if you want. I don't think it's necessary, and I actually think it takes away some of that flavor. I think it is better to keep the trout whole, just like this, and cook it on a stovetop in some oil or butter, or you can even wrap it in tin foil with some seasoning and butter and oil and lemon and stuff like that, and you can cook it in the grill, whatever you want to do. But this is how we're going to cook ours today. Alright guys, so these are the ingredients we're going to be using today. Super simple. Butter, salt, pepper, garlic, avocado, and white onion. That's it. So yeah, you just want to generously apply your seasoning, and you just press it into the skin and in those scored sections here as well. It's another good reason why you can score your fish. Okay, so we're just going to dice the onion. That should be enough for 2 servings. And we're going to saute that in a separate pan with some butter. Also, slice our avocado. Hopefully it's ripe enough. Feels it. Perfect. Beautiful. This is the method I prefer to slice avocado while it's still in the skin, nice and gently, keeping the knife within the skin. Obviously you don't want to cut yourself. And then when you're done, just a gentle squeeze and all the diced avocado comes out. So this one I'll show you a different method that you can do as well. You can just slice vertically, use a spoon, rotate the skin in your hand as you keep the spoon in place, and then you're left with really nice, beautiful slices of avocado as well. So there's 2 different methods, super easy, and that's all we have for our lunch today. So we're now going to melt our butter. And I usually put a generous amount of butter in here. Keep it on a low to low medium. And then you can just add your trout in. And you want to wait until the meat turns a whitish color. Actually, I'll turn the trout towards you so you can see that.
You want to wait until the meat inside turns a whitish color. It gets rid of that pink orangish tint and it turns white. Once it does that, you can flip it, same thing on the other side, and then you'll know it's fully cooked through. Okay, so I'm going to flip the trout over nice and gently. Oh, my camera almost fell and I caught it. Woo! Camera almost fell. Caught it though. All right. Honestly, that skin looks absolutely perfect. So we are going to add our onions now. And we're going to start sauteing these and then turn the heat down. Just let them cook slowly until they turn slightly translucent. I like a bit of a crunch though with the onions. I don't like them where they're, completely soggy. So we'll cook these for a few minutes until they're just starting to get translucent. So what you can do is, you can essentially take all the meat right off the bones, and all the pin bones are right there. That's what you see right here. These all stay, and the meat just absolutely falls off, and it's perfect. Just if you go really gentle, all right, and here's the best part, to be completely honest. You don't even have to flip the trout over and do the same thing. All you have to do is gently lift, and the entire rib cage, all the pin bones, everything comes right out, and you are left with beautiful, beautiful rainbow trout meat. So we're gonna plate our onions now. Gonna do about half on this plate. I'll be nice and save a few beauty pieces for Liv, but that is my lunch right there. That looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, here is our lunch today, and we are going to give it a nice try. So good. You wanna try?